I feel just a lot better, like going in there tackling. Cause I think like
Yes.
beforehand, I was scared to like start. Cause like I didn't want to like, I guess mess up or I guess you could say like fear of failure. But now I'm just like diving in and looking for opportunities to pivot more. And I did the email lab. I kind of had like a good idea of like what was going on. But when I saw like your answer sheet and like you spread out further on, I was like, okay, this is what I missed. To let me know so I could send them a referral link. And it's a win-win for the both of us.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's video. My name is Steven, and today I'm joined by Orasio, who is a member of the MyD4SOC community. And today it's all about him sharing his experience with all of us. With that being said, could you please introduce who you are?
Well, like Steven said, my name is Orasio. I've been, I guess, studying like cybersecurity since, I would say 2019. It's kind of when I transitioned into like my major to cybersecurity. And before then, I didn't know much about computers. Like I felt like I was pretty technical. Like I was good at solving issues I came across. But when it came to like programming, anything like that, this was all pretty new to me. Yeah, I kind of just dove into like digital forensics because that's like the first course that was introduced to us.
Awesome. With that being said, like what pulled you towards cybersecurity?
Before I swapped my major to cybersecurity, it was just known as like digital forensics. And that's kind of what drew me in because I felt like I always had like an investigative mindset, kind of like just figuring things out. And well, yeah, like that drew me in. And so my mom was like helping me out. Like, Sam Houston is where I'm from. They have digital forensics program. See if that works well for you. But later I made the switch once it was changed to cybersecurity and I fell in love with it. Like I thought it was really interesting. Everything that we talked about, it just drew me in.
Yeah, it's the investigation mindset, like you mentioned. When you were thinking about like cybersecurity and you did the forensics, was it a natural, I guess, progression towards security operations, or did you look into like ethical hacking and stuff like that?
No, I didn't look into like ethical hacking until I guess like this year when I was studying for Pentest Plus. Same thing. It kind of like drew my interests with everything that happens. I guess you could say like the transferable like skill set of like ethical hacking it has with like an investigative mindset, just with like a different purpose.
So how did you first learn about the community?
I just followed you on YouTube and I mean, you have like pretty good content that you have on YouTube. Like I've always enjoyed like watching it, your videos of like at these projects in your resume. I saw those. I'm like, okay, well, these are pretty good. And so I was scrolling on YouTube and I saw your announcement of like just a community. And I was in one beforehand, a different school community. And since I was familiar with your content and I really liked it, I was like, all right, well, let me give it a shot.
And you've been in the community for, I believe, two-ish months?
Yeah, I think I started at the end of October, I believe.
How do you like about it so far?
I liked it. It's pretty cool. I think my favorite thing about it is I like your tracker that you have. Because to begin with, cybersecurity is such a big field, especially like blue teaming. I feel like it's such a big field. There's a lot of things that you need to know. It's so easy to get lost into it. In that tracker that you have, I feel like it's pretty good just to like sort of get the idea of like what to do.
And for those that are listening in, Horasio's talking about the what to do next tracker, which is a tracker I have inside the community that essentially lists out exactly what to do, what to do next. Yeah. So it's literally the name. I couldn't think of anything else other than that. So yeah, like for folks who have, some mental blockage and just not entirely sure what to do next, like that's just a nice pathway to go and tackle there. When it comes to the 90-day SOC Accelerator program, I'm kind of curious to hear your thoughts about that because I believe you're on like day 53, more than halfway. So yeah, you're almost there.
It's pretty fun, especially doing like the labs. When I did the email lab, I kind of had like a good idea of like what was going on, but when I saw like your answer sheet and like you spread out further on, I was like, okay, this is what I missed.
It's like, what?
Yeah, I was like, I already forgot like what was it that I was doing, but you started off kind of in a different direction and I started off trying to like immediately narrowing down the results. And so I kind of just like tunnel visioned and that's why like I wasn't able to like expand on like the operations, like what exactly happened, like looking for like creation events and like deletion events.
Yeah, there's just so much going on whenever it comes to investigations. And the more you dig into it, it's like, wow, there's actually something here that I can pivot towards and, continue to do some OSINT to obtain additional context and continue to go down that path. How has your confidence changed since joining?
I feel just a lot better, like going in there tackling, because I think like
Yes.
beforehand I was scared to like start because like I didn't want to like I guess mess up, or I guess you could say like fear of failure. But now I'm just like diving in and looking for opportunities to pivot.
Yeah. In the community, like we have a bunch of members who are just so supportive, right? So
Yeah.
anytime we have questions and stuff like that, I encourage folks to just post on the community there, and people are just willing to help. And I love it. I love that culture that it's slowly building towards. And you did mention that you were in a community prior to this. And I'm kind
Hmm.
of curious to know, how does this particular community differentiate itself from the other ones or courses that you've taken?
I want to say the daily accountability, just like posting and seeing like everybody's progress. I feel like it's very transparent as to like what everybody else is doing and like what you're doing. And so you can see like if someone has issues on like a certain part, you know that you've been through that so you can help out. Or likewise, like if I feel stuck on a certain part and like on a certain day, what I normally do is I look at like the daily accountability steps and I just like look for who's ever done like the same thing. Like, okay, did they come with like the same solution or was it different?
Yeah, it's nice that you mentioned the daily accountability, because I love reading that, and I'm sure that other members love reading that as well. And everybody can share something new, and I honestly believe that, we can all learn from each other.
Hmm.
And when I'm reading the daily accountability post, not only does it help me track, how far you guys are, but it also teaches me stuff too, because I'm reading it from their perspective, from your perspective, and I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa, okay, I didn't think
Yeah.
of it this way before, and then we continue to grow like that. So I love it. We also do a lot of investigation reports as well. So that's the thing that people can refer to and be like, oh, okay, this member found it this way. Maybe I can start doing that too, and put
Yeah.
it into my notes. Yeah.
It's funny you say that because I'm actually doing that with the Splunk 101 capstone.
Perfect.
So I've found, I guess, like indicators of compromise. Like I found like the Python exe on like the music directory. I'm like, that's weird. And then
Yeah.
after that, I see the PowerShell scripts. I'm like, now that's really weird. But after that, I'm like, okay, like I know I'm missing something. Like I don't like these are good indicators of compromise, I guess, but I feel like I need more evidence to like say like, yeah, this is fishy. So
Hmm.
that's where I'm stuck. And I look at the post and I saw people mention like, oh, there's external communications to a different IP. And I'm just like,
Mm.
okay, where do I see that? Like, I'm looking at these events, but like, I don't see the IP. I know I'm doing something wrong. So I'm
Yeah.
kind of just trying to work backwards so I can see like where the IP communication is happening.
Yeah, I love that, because like now you're starting to build up your investigation methodology as well.
Hmm.
Yeah, and that's mainly the reason why I like to create like these walkthroughs whenever I'm doing like a investigation request or like these monthly capture the flag scenarios, right? So I like
Yeah.
to do some walkthroughs, and just to make sure that I share my process on how I go through it. That way, members like yourself can take a look and be like, oh yeah, I got flag 10 or 11, but I didn't get flag 12 or 13.
Yeah.
How did Steven get it? And then by watching that, building up your own methodology, then going forward, you can apply the same steps. I have one last question for you, and that is, if someone's on the fence about joining, what would you tell them?
To let me know so I could send them a referral link. And it's a win-win for the both of us.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The community is just so supportive, right? Like
Yeah.
I say this in pretty much all of my interviews, but yeah, the one, community, everybody wants you to win. Two, I'm pretty much available.
That's, yeah.
I
Yeah.
really want to help all of you guys.
Yeah.
So whenever you feel stuck, whenever you have questions, like I'm there to help you make sure that you have the stuff to succeed, right? And that's kind of what I want 2026 to be, right? I have this feeling that this community is going to change a lot of lives. So I'm very committed to make sure that happens. And yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I've been seeing like the members numbers go up every now and then, and I think that's pretty cool. But like jokes aside, if you're thinking about joining this community, do it. Like it's especially like if you're brand new to cybersecurity, or at least like me, like I have experience to like my education. You're not going to lose anything. You're just going to gain a lot of things, and there's so much to gain in this community. I can't wait to
Absolutely.
see like what else gets added into it.
Yeah, coming soon. D for course. I'm currently working on it. It's a much more advanced course or program that you're currently taking, which is the
Mhm.
90-day. Right now, that course that you're taking is all about SOC work, right?
Yeah.
We get to log into the SIM, we get to identify logs and query it. But then for this D4 course, it's more so you're in the endpoint itself and you're trying to it's essentially your forensics work, right? Like
Yeah.
you've done it
Yeah.
before.
Digital
So
forensics work. That's
yeah,
going to be
yeah.
hard. So good luck to
Yeah.
everybody that's going to like participate in it and do that.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much for jumping on and sharing your experience. I really do appreciate it.
Sure thing. Thank you for reaching out.